Let me show you 5 ideas of ways to add stealth to your game. So, how it will work is you'll press a button to activate stealth mode, and then while in stealth mode, you'll have extra options. When talking to a person normally, they'll just give you some dialogue, but if you activate stealth mode and move behind them, it will give you an option to pick their pockets. Looking at a treasure chest normally might say that it's locked, but activating stealth mode will let you pick that lock. Moving in front of an enemy's line of sight will have them attack you, but while you're stealthing, they might not notice you're there. Additionally, if you sneak up on them to activate a battle, it'll make them surprised, giving your party a free round of combat. Lastly, when moving around in an area that has random encounters, just like inside this cave, you could go into stealth mode, making the enemies no longer battle you. This video does have chapters, so you can skip ahead to the part you want to see, but first I'll start off with making the stealth mode itself, because every idea I showed you uses the stealth mode mechanic. Head to your common events, name one of them stealth ability, and the other one toggle stealth. Stealth ability will be the button to activate stealth mode, and toggle stealth will be what happens when we push the button. Under toggle stealth, add a conditional branch, switch, add one called in stealth, is off, and check the do not apply box. Above the else, put a control switches, in stealth, on, because if we aren't in stealth, you want to switch it so we are. Then you can add a change actor graphic and choose one that looks stealthy. Under else, add a control switches, in stealth off, then add a change actor graphic, putting it back to what it was. If you'd like, above the conditional branch, you can add any effect you want to happen when you switch into stealth mode, such as a sound effect or custom animation. Going back to the first common event, we'll have to change the trigger to parallel process, and the condition switch will be a new one you can call stealth option. You're gonna want to add a conditional branch, button, any one you'd like. I'm going to use the L button, which is the Q key on the keyboard, or the select button on a controller. Do not check the do not apply box. In the conditional branch, add a call common event, toggle stealth, then add a wait 30, so the button will only work once every half a second. Make sure you click OK to save everything. We need to add one event to make it all work. So add an event and set it to auto run. Add a control switches, stealth option, on. Then a control self switch, A, on. Add a new event page, leave it blank, but under the conditions, make sure self switch A is on. Now, when we load into the map, we'll be able to use our stealth ability. Let's start off with the Pickpocket mechanic. Add an event, and have it be any person you'd like. Copy and paste this event page until you have two. The first page will be normal, so we'll just add a text saying hello. On the second page, under conditions, click switch and have it be in stealth on. Under options, have direction fix on, so when you interact with them, they won't turn around to face you. Also, let's add a feature, so if they're looking at you, you can't pickpocket them. First, add a conditional branch, character, player, is facing up, do not check the do not apply box. In the branch, add a text saying, "Why are you crouching like that?" Then add an exit event processing. After that branch, add a show choices, pickpocket, and leave. In the pickpocket, add a text saying, "Stole some coins." Then add a change gold, increase 5. Then add a control self switch, A, on. Now copy the second event page and paste it. On the third page, under the conditions, click self switch, A, on. Then, under the pickpocket choice, delete everything but the text. Then change the text to "Nothing else to steal." And that's the basics of pickpocketing. For lockpicking, it's pretty simple to set up. First, make a default chest with anything in it. Then edit the event. Copy and paste the first page, then delete everything on the first page, but add a text saying, "This chest is locked." We can copy the text and paste it at the top of the second page. Right below the text, add a show choices, lockpick, and leave. Under lockpick, add a text saying, "Picking lock." Then do a backslash dot dot, backslash dot dot, backslash dot dot, and then a backslash shift 6. That will act as a mini loading screen while you're picking the lock. Then, under leave, add a exit event processing. Finally, and this is the most important step, on event page 2, under conditions, click switch, in stealth, on. And that's how lockpicking will work. If you want your lockpicking to also be based on RNG or a skill system, I've made a video on that and I'll put a link to it in the description if you're interested. Moving on, let's check out how to sneak past enemies. Start by making an event, change the graphic to any enemy, looking in the direction you choose. Then, to make things easier, we'll name the event to the name of the enemy. Under Contents, add a show balloon icon, this event, exclamation, wait for completion. Then add a new control switches, enemy 1 defeated, on. Then a battle processing, selecting the enemy. After that, click New Event Page, leave it blank, except under Conditions, click Switch, Enemy 1 Defeated, on. Next, we'll want to make an event against the wall that the enemy is looking at. Have the priority be below characters, the trigger set to player touch, and under options, click to turn on through. Add a conditional branch, switch, in stealth, on. Make sure you check the do not apply box. Above the else, we'll leave blank, but below it add a show balloon icon, the enemy event, exclamation, and wait for completion. Then add a set move route, the enemy event, and add as many move commands that you'll need for the enemy to reach your character. Under Options, make sure Skip if cannot move and Wait for completion is toggled on. Add a Control Switches, Enemy 1 defeated, on. Then a Battle Processing, selecting the enemy. Next, click on New Event Page, leave it blank, except under Conditions, click Switch, Enemy 1 defeated, on. Now we can copy and paste this event to form a line of sight from the enemy. And with that, you'll be able to sneak past them in stealth mode. But how can you make the enemy surprised and skip their first round of combat? Well, I'll show you. First, make a new event and change the graphic to any enemy. Under Contents, add a Battle Processing, selecting the enemy. Now, we'll need to head to the database and go to the States tab. Add one to your maximum and name it Surprised. Have the restriction be Cannot Move. Click Remove at Battle End. Have the auto removal set to Turn End. And have the duration in turns be 1 to 1. You can have the messages at the bottom be whatever you'd like. Next, go to the Troops tab and select the troop you're using. For the battle event, change the condition to turn number 0 and the span to battle. This way, they'll only be surprised once per battle. Add a conditional branch, switch, in stealth on. Do not check the Do Not Apply box. In the branch, add a text saying the enemy is surprised. Then add a change enemy state, entire troop, surprised. After that, add a call common event, toggle stealth. So when the battle is done, you'll be out of stealth mode. And now you know how to make the enemy surprised. Lastly, let's check out how to stop random encounters while stealthing. So head to your database and go to the States tab. Add one to your maximum and call it Stealthy. The settings can be whatever you'd like, except make sure Remove at Battle End is on, and under Features, add one that's Other, Party Ability, Encounter None. Then head over to your common events and go to the Toggle Stealth common event. Right above the Else, add a Change State, Entire Party, add Stealthy. You can copy this and paste the change state right above the branch end. Click Edit and change the add to remove. Make sure you click Apply to save the changes. And that is everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.